Hi Sagittarius, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to this November monthly 2023 tarot read. This is where we're going to look at the astrology for the month of November, as well as pull some tarot cards to sense what the energies we are working with, okay? Sag, thank you so much for your likes, subscribes, and comments. Thanks for giving my videos a thumbs up. Lets me know that you are resonating with the messages. Do let me know in the description, I always say in the description, in the comments below, if there is anything you would like to see. Let me know how this eclipse season that we just exited has been treating you. I would love to hear it, okay? All right, Sag, so we're going to get right into it. Ooh, that Five of Cups, try to come out there. We're going to look at the astrology, and I think this is a really important time, Sagittarius, because we just came out of a very potent eclipse season. We are starting November here off the heels of that October full moon Taurus eclipse. And then we had that solar eclipse in Libra earlier in October. So lots going on. We do start off November, I think it's around the 4th. We actually have Saturn moving direct. So let's get right into it. You start off Knight of Swords in reverse. Then you have the Ten of Cups. Then you have the Nine of Pentacles, that second week in reverse, as well as the Eight of Swords, also in reverse. Then that third week, you do have the Seven of Swords and the World card in reverse. And then you close out November with the Judgment card in reverse, Major Arcana, and Six of Swords, also in reverse. A lot of reversals here, Sagittarius, so that's really interesting to see. We will be coming into you all's sun season here, your solar return, by the time we get to November 22nd. So happy birthday to you all. We do start off the month in that Scorpio season, so we will see where that leads us. Don't be surprised if those Scorpio themes do come out throughout November, truths being revealed, anything around your emotional well-being, fear, shadow work, those type of things often come up during Scorpio season. All right, your cards are really choppy here, Sag. Let's see what you all are working with, where Spirit really wants you to focus as an overarching theme. And you have choose wisely. So Sagittarius, for those of you who are on the fence about a decision, November definitely could bring you some type of opportunity to make a decision. I do think that off of the heels of that Taurus eclipse, many of you all could be making decisions about your career, your job, but it also could be personal, like your home or your possessions, your car, those type of things. I do think that this person sitting here looking off the dock, there are so many ways that you can move forward. And I do think as you are looking at this month, do make sure you take into account, Sagittarius, how much energy you're already working with. And then with us moving into your sun season, new opportunities could come, okay? So I'm already seeing an interesting pattern because you really have that Ten of Cups in the upright and the Seven of Swords in the upright. So those are the only two cards in this entire month that are upright. And so I often look at that as those are going to be the themes that are easier to come to, while the ones that are in reverse are going to be like resistance, okay? And I do see that there's somewhere that you're kind of like fighting against possibly someone else who could be stealing some secrets. There is some type of family appreciation in the beginning of the week, so that's nice to see. So we'll start off there. So you start off November with that Saturn turning direct November 4th in the sign of Pisces and Venus moving into Libra on the 8th. For some of you, there could be some type of happy family reunion, or you all emotionally having a good time together. There is some type of opportunity that seems to come that is immediate and has to be done now. So this could have been, and instead of saying opportunity, this could be something that comes in quickly, needs to be solved, and then is over. So just be prepared for that first week of November, possibly getting some news that has to be addressed quickly. But I don't see it necessarily as negative or positive. It just seems like something you will need to address. But I do think that by the time you get to that second week of November, this Nine of Pentacles and Eight of Swords, that's an interesting energy there, because there is something that looks like has been hidden, or something that you didn't really know which way to turn or which way to make a decision. And that Nine of Pentacles is you feeling good about yourself or your finances or where you're at in your world. But that Eight of Swords is like, well, I don't really know how to feel, or I'm concerned that I don't know which way or direction to go. So those two together are kind of like an oxymoron. So some of you all could be feeling like you need to make a decision. Remember, you do have that choose wisely. So I do think by the time you get to the second week of November, when we do have that Scorpio new moon, and also Mercury moving into Sag on the 10th, be prepared for some kind of ambiguity where maybe you do not know what your next steps are. Maybe you're being asked by your employer to choose your benefits and health insurance and that type of thing. But then there's something else that's kind of like eating at you, like, am I even going to stay at this company? Do I really want to make these decisions now? There's something that's just kind of like this ambiguity back and forth that second week of November. By the time we get to the third week of November, we do have the sun moving into your sign on the 22nd, and then we have Mars also moving into Sagittarius on the 24th, and then Mercury enters its retrograde shadow on the 25th. So there definitely is this undercurrent of someone possibly stealing secrets, stealing information, or keeping information from you. I do think that you thought you had wrapped up this part of your life, but I do think that Spirit is telling you, depending on which direction you choose to follow, will kind of dictate whether this World card is really at the end, or if you're indeed starting over, or if maybe someone is keeping information from you that you're unable to finish a project or finish a portion of where you're at in your life. And so I do think that that Choose Wisely card is going to lead you to the end of the month, where you have this Judgment card and the Six of Swords. You have a lot of finality cards. That World card, Ten of Cups, Judgment. There's something where you're going to be trying to end a cycle, and you could be trying to walk away, but you can't. And I'm saying you can't, meaning like you're still kind of on the fence as to whether you want to leave, whether you want to stay. I do think by the time you get to that Gemini full moon on November 27th, there is some type of realization, Sagittarius, that you will have to deal with. You will need to figure out, are you indeed ready to move on? I'm not quite sure if this has to do with your job. Maybe it's a family matter. You only have one Pentacles, so I'm not quite sure if it's your job, but it definitely feels like a portion or a cycle of your life is coming to an end, or you are moving on to something much better in the future. So really take a look at where it is that you need to choose wisely, Sagittarius. I do think that Spirit is really talking to you here and saying, take your time during the month of November. But I do suggest that you make this decision before Mercury moves into retrograde shadow, because by the time we get into December, these choices may be a lot harder to make. All right, Sagittarius, I hope this was helpful. Do take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs, and I hope you all have a great November. Talk to you later.